I'm getting ready to make natto. Here I'm measuring soybeans. Ever since I started making natto at home, this has become my regular routine. A while ago, I made a video about how to make natto. I've been using store-bought frozen natto as natto starter. This time, I will make natto using natto starter spores. I'm washing 250 grams of soybeans under running water. I'm also going to prepare another batch. For the other batch, I'm going to use frozen natto as starter. I'd like to experiment to see the difference in the end results. Let's soak the soybeans overnight. It's next morning. I have let them soak for about 17 hours. They have soaked up water and the beans are twice as large now. This is the natto starter spores I'll be using this time. I'll show you what's inside. As you can see, the spores are white powder, and they also came with a very small measuring spoon. This is an instruction. It tells you what you need, and it also has a very detailed instruction on how to make natto. It tells you to use 1 heaping spoonful of spores for 500 grams of soybeans. Since I'm using 250 grams of soybeans, I'll be using 1 leveled spoonful instead of a heaping spoonful. Now I'm going to steam the beans. Prior to doing that, I'm rinsing the soaked beans under running water. I'm going to use my pressure cooker. I'm adding 2 cups of water. I have transferred soaked soybeans into a steaming basket. I'm inserting it to my pressure cooker. Place the lid on, and I'm adjusting the valve for cooking vegetables. I like using my oven as a fermentation chamber. I've already turned on the oven light, and I also have a hot water bottle for extra heat. The temperature should be kept around 40 degrees Celsius. I will start heating up the pressure cooker under high heat first. Once it's steaming and the pressure has been built, I will turn it down to medium heat. From this stage, the soybeans should be steamed for 40 minutes. In the meantime, I'd like to sterilize my utensils. I have 8 inches by 8 inches glass baking dish. And this is a pair of chopsticks. And I also have a small plate. Because I'm making 2 batches of natto at the same time, I have 2 sets of utensils. I'm pouring boiling water to sterilize them. I will leave them for a while. After steaming the beans for 40 minutes, I turned off the heat and let the pressure release naturally. After making sure the pressure has been released, I'm opening the lid. If you can squeeze a bean with your fingers like this, it means it's cooked. I have transferred the beans to the baking dishes, and they should be cooled down to body temperature. First, I'll show you how I normally prepare the soybeans for fermentation. This is defrosted 1/9 of frozen natto. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of lukewarm liquid from steaming the beans. And I'm mixing them really well. This mixture is going to be used as natto starter. And I'm pouring it on top of the steamed soybeans. And I'm giving them a really good stir. Now I would like to prepare the natto starter spores, which I will be using for the first time. I'm measuring 1 level spoonful of this powder. And I'm adding 1 tablespoon of lukewarm liquid from steaming the beans. Mix them up and the preparation is done. I'm pouring the mixture to the other batch of steamed soybeans and giving them a really good stir. I have 2 pieces of wax paper which I have made many incisions. I'm laying them on top of the soybeans. Then I'm covering them with plastic wrappers. I am punching many holes with a toothpick so that spores can breathe during fermentation process. Now they're wrapped in towels. This is the one with frozen natto and this is the one with the spores. Now I will ferment them in my warm oven. The fermentation time is 18 to 22 hours. This is next day. It has been 21 hours. I didn't change water in the hot water bottle, but it looks like the temperature was kept at 40 degrees. This is the one with frozen natto, and this is the one with the spores. I'm unwrapping the one with frozen natto. And I'm unwrapping the one with the natto spores. Let's see the one with the frozen natto. The beans are coated with white membrane, and I can tell the fermentation was a success. And this is the one with the spores. I am seeing white membrane as well. Both of them smell like natto. Let's unwrap the one made with frozen natto and take a look at inside. It has perfect thickness of natto, and the strings look very healthy. Let's put a small portion on the plate. Now let's take a look at the batch made with the spores. This is my first experiment. This one has the same stickiness, and the strings are looking quite good to me. Let's put a small portion on the plate as well. On the left-hand side, this is the one with frozen natto. And on the right-hand side is the one with the spores. I'm not seeing any difference. Let's try eating them. So this is natto made with natto spores. And this is natto made with frozen natto. I would say that the taste and the textures were exactly the same. I'm putting a new sheet of plastic paper. They should be kept in the fridge for 24 hours so that the flavor settles and improves. Natto can be stored in the fridge for about a week. I normally portion them and keep them in the freezer. Sometimes I can't find natto in an Asian grocery store I regularly shop these days. It's nice to know that I can now make delicious natto using the natto starter spores. for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.